Good evening. It is almost time to go to bed, and it is the perfect time to do my nails. Yes, you heard me right. I'm going to do my nails, go to sleep, let them completely cure without smudging or smearing, and I'll have beautiful nails still in the morning. So tonight we're going to be doing Twilight Hour. This is from the Christmas release. It's a gorgeous blue glitter. Check that out. And also, this is Under the Stars. Sorry, I already pulled them apart. I could not decide what to put with what, but this has a nice solid and some stars with a gradient color to it. So I've already sealed these with my hot iron on the end. Color Street does not guarantee that they'll work for you again, but I have had great success with this. As long as you get them in there as soon as you can, they do start drying out as soon as you open the original package. So we're going to put those aside. I had tons of colors to choose from. I just wasn't sure what to do here, but that's what I ended up with. I'm going to do something kind of neat with this one here, so stay tuned. So I have washed my hands. First, I filed. I pushed back my cuticles. I washed my hands with Dawn dish soap. That's the best way for me to get the oils off my thumbs that are going to be my tools, and to get the oils off my fingernails. Now, pardon my cuticles. Super dry. I work at a hospital with lots of chemicals. This is real life, guys. I don't know. I wish I was able to keep my hands gorgeous and beautiful, but that doesn't always happen. So, okay. My favorite file is a etched glass nail file. This will not rub off at all. This will last a nice long time. It actually seals in the keratin as you file. It can buff a little bit to get out a little bit of the ridges. Do not buff too hard. You don't want to take off that top layer of your fingernail. A couple things you can do to prep. Orly Bonder is a nice rubberized base coat if your nail strips don't like to stick. I love this original nail strengthener from OPI called Nail Envy. I have a nasty crack in my nail that likes to grow, and if it starts to chip, I'll throw this on right away. You can put your nail strips right on top of that. When you're done, you can use this OPI plumping gel. There's also other top coats if you like. Color Street sells the best top coat, if you ask me. It's called Clear as Day. That will shine up whatever you do. You do little designs. Maybe you want to use a punch here and make something cute out of your nail strip and throw it in there and put it on your nail. Cover that with Clear as Day. It'll keep it nice and smooth and protect it. My favorite remover is Mineral Fusion, but you can use any. I highly recommend non-acetone, acetone free it says here. That will keep from drying out your nails so badly. All right, let's get on with the fun stuff. Cuticle pusher is a must. Get those cuticles pushed back. You do not want the strips on any skin at all because it will lift later on. I do keep some scissors handy to cut my strips, open my packaging, stuff like that. You can keep your nail file that you get with your package too. Some people like to pull this off and file right away. You do what you are comfortable with. So we always start with our pinkies because our thumbs are our tools. Do your thumbs last. So every strip comes with this clear top coat. You take that, or clear layer here, you take that off. Built into your strip is your base coat, your color, and your top coat. So then you're going to remove the strip from the back paper backing here. Just pull that tab. And here is the magic that I call it. This is your nail polish. Now it's pliable but fragile. It can rip and tear. You can pull it and stretch it a little bit if you need to. Look at how pretty that is. When you take this tab off here, you now have two ends. You have shorter nails like me. You can do one end here on this hand, and the other hand, you put the other end on. Okay, so I'm just going to quick alcohol my fingers one last time because I've been kind of touching things and who knows what kind of oils I've gotten around here. So I'm going to start with going at the base of my finger here. aim for the center. If you don't like it, you can lift it up and move it. Just try not to push it down until you're super happy with it. So obviously you want to cover side to side. Now if you have a little gap on the edge, don't worry. People aren't really going to notice that. You will notice it more than anybody. Once you like it, smooth it straight down the middle. Smooth it down the edges. And this is where you're going to get the longest lasting nail strip here. You have to smooth that down onto your nail. So this is where this guy comes in handy. I'm just going to push that down on the edges here. Get that down underneath. Don't worry if there's something stuck up on the sides here. You can just simply remove it with your fingernail. So a couple ways to do this. You can just grab this and pull it straight down. Then you won't be able to use this other side. Some people cut this and stick it on the other side right away. Or you can just kind of grab it with your fingernail here, your tool as I call it. Go to the edge, perforate, and pull it down. That's it. Your strip is on. You can clean up the edges here with your fingernail very easily. Just perforate and get that stuff off there. Do not let it dry on there. It will lift and pull later and you will not like your manicure. So I'm just going to clean that up quick. And again, I love that cuticle pusher to push this down and get things removed there. All right. First one done. Gosh, that's pretty. All right. So now this edge to me just seems maybe a little thin up here, so I'm just going to widen it just a bit. I'm not going to pull too hard because it will tear. Go ahead and place that right there. I like that. Might pull it over just a bit. Nice. So this has I noticed on the back, a black background. Some of them, like this one's going to have a white. Some are sheer or clear, making them either more or less opaque. So I really like that. I smooth it down the middle, smooth it down the edges. This is where I'm going to grab it and show you guys. Some people just pinch that off and get rid of it. Some people don't save these, which is fine. That is what's recommended. Now, if you have friends or you want to do your toes, it's the best way to share these and not have to toss them out when you're done. All right, I like it. So you probably noticed I have some over the edge here. I like to smooth it over the edge, and I'll actually go to bed like that. In the morning, I will get up, take my glass nail file or this one, and go at a 45-degree angle and just file that down to get that dry stuff off, just like that. Don't saw back and forth. Don't go in front of your polish. Go only 45 degrees. All right, so there we go. Okay, so I'm going to save this other guy for later here. And I'm just going to try to quickly go through these so you guys can see how this works. Now it took me forever to pick out the colors that I wanted, mixing and matching. It's almost like too many choices is too much, right? This time of year where Halloween just ended, and I couldn't decide, do I want to jump into Thanksgiving right away or do something a little bit different? So I'm just going to quick throw this on my other nail. Another big thing you guys want to make sure is that you don't have cold hands. You want to be in an area that's not super cold. The warmer they are, the more they're going to just melt onto your nail. If things are cold, it's going to be like you're pulling and they're thick. You don't need them super hot, but it always helps to maybe like rub them in your hands. Some people sit on them and tuck them in their pocket to keep them warm until they use them. It is all up to you. Okay, I know that I like this one. So I'm just going to push it down here on the edges. You can punch, pull, cut, whichever works best for you. You can file it off. That's why they give you the file right there in the package. I love the fact that, let's say you're traveling, going on a trip, you're going to do your nails maybe later, change them up, take a couple packages with you instead of all these bottles of things and other stuff. You get this. It's like the size of a card, a greeting card. You take that with you. It has your file, your alcohol pad that comes in it, these two things. Just bring with you maybe this guy, and you can do it in the car, on a plane. There is virtually no smell to these at all. Okay, so I'm going to change things up a little bit here, and we're going to do this on this finger here. Now what I'm doing here is called the anchor method. Instead of me putting my finger on the middle of the back of the strip, which this one has white, so it's going to be kind of opaque. You can kind of see through it a bit. But anyway, so I'm not touching the back. It's okay if you touch it. The less you touch it, the better it's going to stick. So that just kind of gives you a nice way to hold on to it instead of it flopping all over the place. A little bit too big here, but that's okay. So I'm just going to break that over the edge. Now it's stuck on there nice, so I can actually put it down and finish working on what I'm doing. Okay, definitely bigger than my nail. And again, I say this all the time, but holy cow, is this a beautiful color. If you could see the glitter shining in my lights here, oh my gosh. It's a micro glitter with like a multicolored background of glitter on a white color. It's just gorgeous. I can't wait to see this in the sunshine tomorrow. All right, so just pushing that down onto the nail. That is going to give you a nice, long-lasting manicure. Now, let's say you have some left over. You don't plan on sealing these up. You're one and done, which is absolutely fine. You can actually, to make your mani last longer, look better, maybe give it a slightly darker color, take your other strips and put on a second layer right away. That, like I said, will guarantee you to last longer instead of putting on a clear coat. It will even out any wrinkles or not smudges, but like little bumps you may have had on your fingernail. Especially helpful on solid colors. Solids do show up any bumps or lumps the most. Glitters are the most forgiving. It refracts the light. It's not going to show any little tears or bumps or anything like that that may have happened or that you had on your fingernail. You can see here I'm just breaking that off. Now see, I got a little bit where I pulled it a little too hard. There's a small tear in there. I can live with it, or I can put another one on top to cover it. I'm just gonna smooth things around and see what happens. Maybe I'll make it worse. You just never know. We'll see how bad it bugs me when we're done. Okay, nice. Got some over the edge. You can fold it, pick it, do what you want with it. Okay, all right. Next color is blue. Just gonna push back my cuticle skin here. It's been a while. I've been contemplating my colors since I've done this, so we'll see what happens. Okay, so pointer finger. So I'm debating, you guys, when I post this, if I just do a quick fast forward so you don't have to watch the painstaking process. You can just quick see the beginning and the end. We'll see here. So see how I punched the middle, perforated it, but I'm pulling this to the side, and then I'm going to perforate. And again, pulling this to the side and perforate. That's going to try not to wrinkle those edges too much right here. And the more you do this, you guys, obviously the better you're going to get, the faster you're going to get. Sometimes I do this before work. Sometimes I've done it over lunch. I get something in the mail in the morning and I'll bring it with me to work. I can't wait to put it on. It's so pretty. So kind of take a look. I don't know if you can see from that vantage point. See how I have a little bit up on there? You're going to want to get rid of that. Now, one thing with these top coats, you guys, they do have quick dry ones. Now, quick dry is nice, obviously. Color Street's the best because it's done and dry. But if you use a quick dry, just beware that it's going to shrink your strips a little bit more than normal if you just use the Color Street. That's all part of the process of how quick dry works. So on your edges and your tips, you might get pullback of your strip. Not perfect. All right. Suddenly got very quiet in here. My furnace stopped kicking on. It must be super cold outside. So smooth it down the middle, smooth your sides down. Use your tool to push this back. Oh, I can't wait until tomorrow morning and put some lotion on. Do not put lotion on tonight. Try not to wear lotion like an hour or two before you do your nails because you want everything nice and dry. You want a nice palette, like they say, to put your masterpiece on. Okay. Now, I'm not going to do my thumbs yet because I'm going to do something special here. So, which nails do we want to do that to? These two or these two? You know, I had picked these out, but I think I might go with this. Nope. I'm going to keep the little guy. Okay, so what I wanted to do was something that looks like a reverse French, which is basically leaving a little bit at the base here. Now, normally what people do is they use a very similar color to the base and just put it off to the side. Well, I'm going all out crazy. I wasn't sure what was behind here. I now know that it's pretty opaque and white, so it's not going to be as sheer as I was hoping. But let's give it a try. Let's see. We'll see what it looks like. It's still going to be pretty. It's probably not going to be what I imagined in my head. That's okay. All right, so what I was hoping for is to put this off to the edge, but which side? Okay, so I want that edge to be exposed. Okay, so I'm going to offset it. I know, you guys think I'm crazy. What the heck is she doing? It's the first time I've done this, so bear with me. Sometimes you just kind of breathe on these to get them a little warm. Okay, so I want this edge exposed. Oh boy. This part I'm going to try to fast forward on the video for you guys to watch. Okay, we got it there. So what I'm hoping for, like I said, is kind of like a reverse French. I don't know if I got it. We'll see. Okay, so let's smooth that down. Probably could have used a skinnier strip. See the things that we learn? All right, smooth it down. And it's not as white as it was on the other one. I'll show you. Okay, punching that off. So just make sure that that's smoothed down real nice. Smooth it into my edges here. You can use this end too to perforate if you wanted to. Now when you do your thumbs, you for sure will want to use that. I kind of like one of those wooden orange sticks, which I bet you anything I didn't bring with me. Okay, I guess I kind of like it. Wouldn't it be crazy if people thought that I messed up my mani instead of getting, I don't know. I don't know that I like that. Kind of looks like I messed it up. And I didn't. I wanted it like that. Okay, so on camera. This one has a little bit more blue to it because the blue's underneath. Okay, well, I'm going to finish doing that because I already have it on there. I can always cover it later if I don't like it. Okay, so I left the outside blue. Maybe the secret is to leave more. Let's see here. I should have a picture with me. It's just in my head. Okay, smooth it down. All right, guys. I don't know. What I should have left a bigger gap in there. I think I kind of, I don't know. Okay, and so the last thing is our thumb. Make sure everything is pushed back here real nice. Get all these bits and pieces out of the way. All right. just breathing on it to smooth it up. All right, so I get it right to the base. Stretch that over just a tad. I'll take it. All right. Oh boy. Smooth it down the middle, smooth it to the sides. Gorgeous color, you guys. If you don't have it, oh my gosh, you can wear this any time of the year. 4th of July, Christmas, winter. I'm a blue lover, so any time for me is perfect. Now what you want to do is finish one whole thumb, because you don't want to put this stuff on and then it can smudge just a tad if you're like digging in like I've been doing. A couple things you don't want to do is take a shower, soak your hands in water, like washing the dishes, and putting lotion on. Let these guys finish drying. Do not add moisture until at least a good couple hours. Nice. Okay. And then the last piece, you guys. We're almost done. And just had that end folded over. I'm trying to fix that. You can use these on toes too. You can use them sideways or any way that works for you. Place it at the base, get the edge. Now let's say all you have is one strip and you really wanted this one, but it's too big. So you line it up to one edge real nice so you don't have to perforate all this stuff here. And you only hang off on one side. That way you're not doing extra work. Okay. So pushing that over. Boy, I barely made it to the top there. I'm going to try to push that over. We'll see. I don't know. Maybe I'll crack out the other one here and throw it on top. We'll see. Again, how bad does it bother you? We will see. Okay, so do not use your thumb anymore as a tool. We want to let that guy adhere for a little while. So now we're going to use our stick to get the edges off. You guys don't want to sit and watch this, but oh, it's so tempting to use my other thumb. Again, you can just push it over and let it dry too and file it in a half hour. Okay, you guys, I think we're done here. Get that out of there. Okay. All right, I'll clean this up in a bit and post pictures, but my little weird little reverse French here with my design. Clean this off. There we go. All right, have a great night, guys.